We've been on a crazy journey, far to get to the oldest trees on Earth, bristlecone pines. Okay, we drove 40 miles to come to the Ancient Bristlecone Pine Forest. And honestly, this has been like, being here is a lifetime goal of mine. These are some of the oldest, well, they are the oldest trees on the planet. The
on
oldest
this mountaintop.
They're right behind us. And the oldest tree is over 4,700 years old. This is called the White Mountains, which are east of the Sierra down here. And these trees grow here. And there's another species of bristlecone that grows in the Rocky Mountains. And one of Curtis's favorite trees, the foxtail pine, where we'll see in the Sierra, Southern Sierra, is related to these trees. And they're just awesome. They're super slow growing, live for a very long time, and can withstand really harsh environmental conditions, and really unique soil type. Most plants couldn't grow in this type of chemistry of the soil that's around here, so they're highly adapted to these little tiny niches of ecosystems.
We're also standing at just over 10,000 feet.
Yeah, that's good for our acclimating. Yeah. Take some deep breaths.
Done. So this is pretty rad because these trees, one of these trees, actually the one we're sort of leaning against, died in 1676. And it was determined at that point it was over 3,000 years old, 3,500 years old or something.
Yeah. Tree ring, dating events by tree rings was kind of figured out by a guy named Dr. Schulman, and he was here working in this grove when he was figuring out what's called dendrochronology, which is the dating of events by the number of rings on a tree.
And these trees grow very dense rings. The rings are very close together. So within 1 inch, there could be 100 years of growth in 1 inch. So if you look at a regular pine tree, say in Washington State or other places, you'll see the growth rings are
measurably further apart.
Larger is easier to see, but on these bristlecone pine trees, the growth rings are actually kind of hard to see.
They're super slow growing. So anyway, let's go explore.
Okay, later.
Probably tell it's really dry and arid around here. So these trees are adapted to get their water from the ground through really shallow root systems that get exposed due to erosion over time, like there. And the lady at the visitor center told us that the gray roots, the older, grayer roots, the older the tree. Their needles grow down the branch, and they always grow in little tufts of 5, which is characteristics of lots of pines. The bristlecones and the foxtails grow in tufts of 5. Now, as a kid, it's probably only a few hundred years old. These guys have both male and female cones. These things here, these little really dry, those are called the male cones. Those are what release the pollen. And then the female cones are the big ones that we would kind of stereotypically think of as cones. Curtis made a great observation that the female cones are up higher on the tree.
And there's one that's...
And there's way more of the male reproduction structures lower down. And that's probably a way to prevent self-fertilization of these trees, but I don't know that for sure. All right, so here's some male cones. You can see the pollen when I just barely touch. The pollen comes off. They're called bristlecones because the cones have a little tiny hook that comes down. It's a little bristle. Let's see if I don't know if this will focus. My finger's getting stuck on it. That tree is still alive. Has all that green on its left side that's supporting it through photosynthesis. Look at this awesome place. It's just crazy to me to think that the cells in that have been metabolizing, I mean, not single cells for that long, but continuous generations of cells for 4,000 years-ish.